together. They rarely come together. I wish they did, but they usually, yeah, there might be one short motif that might come into my head, which is a lyric and a melody together, but most of the time I'll just be writing lyrics as much as possible. I've been through a little bit of a, I guess you'd call it a dry spell with lyric writing lately, so I really need to somehow turn that around. But songwriting comes in bursts. It will come whenever. You can't really control when it will come, but you have to be open to it all the time. So I'm writing lyrics often in a little book, or now obviously on my iPhone, and constantly singing ideas into my phone as well, so that you're always just having little ideas and keeping them, and then at some point it's just a matter of sitting down and collating those ideas, and if it turns into a song or not, hopefully it will, but yeah, usually the melody first. Melody is easier than lyrics for me. Lyrics are really hard. It's really easy to write terrible lyrics, I think. And yeah, and I think, but having said that, I think the most important thing when you're writing is to not self-edit as you go. Just let it come out, because if you judge it as it's coming out, you'll just get too caught up in, oh, that's not really good enough, or oh, that sounds like someone else, or whatever. Just let it come and try to be kind of, I mean, I'm a little bit mystical, and I do believe that there is a, you know, there's something magical about music, and when you are writing, you kind of have to be a little bit like a channel for things to just come out. So it's best not to edit as they come, because you might think it's bad that day, and then the next day you go, actually, that's, you know, it's a good lyric. So the other important thing with songs is to remember that for every 10 songs you write, maybe only 1 or 2 will be good enough to actually release. I also think the advent of the home studio is fantastic, because it means you can write your own stuff at home. But I think a really important thing to remember is that you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So whenever you record something, and particularly your first record, it should be the very, very, very best you can ever dream of doing, you know, and not to ever settle for, oh, that'll do. You know, it needs to be excellent. And I think, yeah, and for me, recording is always best done live. I always record my albums completely live with the band all at once, and I'm lucky because I get to go into big studios where that's possible, and obviously in the home studio that's probably not possible, but that's just, for me anyway, that's how I like to make music, because it's about capturing the space between the people, the magic, you know, in the room, and trying to record that forever. But the thing is, you want to listen to this record in 50 years and still be really proud of it. So I wouldn't be in a rush to release something unless you really think you're ready. But also, having said that, a record is a reflection of life on the earth, and there's really very few perfect moments on earth, you know. So there will be little imperfections, and that's okay as well. You've got to somehow find the balance. Yeah, and also coming back to intonation and being tone deaf, I'm very, very against auto-tuning, which is a program that you can use that makes out-of-tune singers sound like they can sing in tune. If you can avoid using that, I think it's a good idea, because otherwise when you go to play live, you'll be a very big disappointment to anyone that's heard your record and think, wow, they're really good, and then see them live and realise that they can't sing in tune. So it's best not to rely on artificial tools like that. Yeah. Any other questions? Or maybe, yeah?
How do you find your identity as a singer? Because jazz, pop, and classical music are very different genres.
I'm not sure actually. I just tried to sound like myself. That was just my main obsession, particularly growing up. I was listening to great singers. I think the greatest artists are ones that sound completely unique. So no one sounds like Björk, and no one sounds like CeeLo Green, no one sounds like Tom Waits, no one sounds like, you know, Gautier, or Beyonce for that matter. You know, they're unique singers that have a unique sound. So I just, we did a lot of demo recordings, and I just really tried to just be really true to myself and in the moment, and I listened to a lot of music, and I listened to a lot of non-vocal music as well, like John Coltrane and Miles Davis and you know, Sonny Rollins and Stravinsky and Bach and everything, but then also great singers, and you obviously, all those things influence your sound, but just the minute that I thought I was starting to sound like someone else, I'd catch myself and stop it happening. I guess that, but it's just a matter of trusting your instinct, because only you can sound like you, and there are millions of us on the planet, but we are all completely unique. So we have the chance to make completely unique music. I think just following your instinct is the main answer to that. But it's a hard one. And wearing your influences is fine, you know. Of course, you can hear influences of other singers in my music and my writing, but I hope it's a reference rather than a complete, you know, emulation. Maybe I'll play another song, and then if anyone thinks of any other questions while we're going. I think I went through all my main singing stuff. Breathing, posture, looking after your voice, intonation. The gist of it. The other thing also is I think that all singers should learn an instrument, because you want to be able to understand, you want to be able to compose your own music, so obviously you need an instrument to do that on. And that could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be a piano or a guitar. It might be might be really good at sampling or working with, you know, computer programs. I'm hopeless at that, so that's not for me. But I think it's important to be able to function as an instrumentalist as well as a vocalist, so that you can talk the language of the band and lead the band and understand the other musicians that you're playing with and what they're doing. Okay, so I might play a song now called Bluebird, which was off my first solo record. And this was an interesting record for me because for almost 10 years I'd been playing with my brother and my 3 other males in the band who were kind of like my family. So it was the first time I was making a record without them there, and that was very scary, you know. But this song seemed to this is one of my favourite songs on the record. It's called Bluebird. on trying to let go of our past. An estimated strength in everything. And though we all fled, we still come home. Guess the dark room we cannot light and bleed. It sings any louder, the stars any higher, and I will fly away from you, free to be. Thank you very much. Does anyone else have any questions? Questioned out. Do any of the musicians here want to come up and have a play with me? Or try and jam a song together? No? No? Sure? Okay. Thank you very much for having me. I've had a beautiful time in Asia this last week and a half. I started my trip in Taipei. I've never been to anywhere in Asia other than Japan. So, actually, I've seen Singapore airport a few times. Very sleepy. That's about it. But I've never had a chance to come into the city and discover this beautiful place. And so I started in Taipei and then did a few concerts with my trio Elixir at in Hanoi in Vietnam, and we did some great workshops there as well with teachers of music, and then went to Da Nang and did a couple of concerts there, and then come to Singapore. And I am playing tonight at the Aussie Barbecue, which is a free event down at Clark Quay. I think it's a concert of all Australian bands of various styles. I think it starts about 9 p.m. It's pretty late. We do barbecues really late at night, apparently. So usually we do them during the day, not at 11 p.m. But tonight we're having it late. And I'm also having the great honour of singing with one of our finest Indigenous singers, Jeffrey Guru Yunupingu, who was gracious enough to join me on a record I made last year? Yeah, I think it was last year. Wow, it's been a big year. He is an Indigenous Australian singer, and he graciously joined us on a song of his called Bewara, which in his language means Mother Earth, basically. And I'll be singing that with him and his band tonight at about 10 o'clock, I think. And then I'm on at 11 p.m. And I'm also playing with a string quartet from the Cheong Siu Yu Conservatory. Is that close? No? Kind of? T-S-Y? How do you say it?
Yung.
Oh, pardon me? Yong Siu To. Yeah, I was really off, sorry. Yong Siu To Conservatory. I did the, what do you call it? What's it called? Dyslexic version. Playing with the Aurora String Quartet, who are a beautiful string quartet from the conservatory at the National University of Singapore. And they joined me in a concert last night actually, but they'll be joining me tonight and tomorrow as well. And that features one gentleman from Singapore, one from Korea, and two from China. And they're beautiful, beautiful violinists and violists and cello. And I'm also playing at the Fountain Stage at Clark Quay tomorrow night at about 10:30 with the strings as well. I'm trying to think what song to finish with. As I've just been playing with...
Katie.
Oh, question, yes.
Yeah, thank you for singing. I think your voice is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not so much a performer as I am an artist, but could I I brought my ukulele. Could I like jam with you?
Sure, absolutely.
I only know basic chords. If you tell me the
Ukulele's a
chords.
little bit, yeah, but it's not. So, yeah, sure. Come up. Absolutely.
We have a ukulele player who's going to join me. I love ukulele. I just bought a ukulele. I don't know how to play it.
I learned it because I have 4 fingers.
Yeah.
And it has 4 strings.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. It's totally different to guitar though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Totally different. Okay. So, what chord is that? C. Okay. Basic, as in C, F. G. A. Okay. See, the perfect song to do this to would have been Never Know Your Luck, the song before. But we can do it again with ukulele, maybe. If I write out. What songs do you know? I might know some.
Do you have a favorite pop song?
Oh, it's more what do you know that I might know?
Sorry, we usually do these things backstage, but you know, we'll do it in front of you.
But come, no, yeah. Well, yeah. Why don't I write out a chord chart?
Okay.
For Never Know Your Luck, and then you can play for me. What do you reckon? I just need. I probably don't want to.
The great thing about music, anything can happen. The great thing about jazz is that, do we have any jazz students here, thank you, today? Because when we were in Vietnam, you know, some guy said, oh, do you know Misty, which is a jazz standard. And I've never sung it, but I knew it well enough. So we just played it, and it's, you know, it's the great thing about learning lots of songs so that you can do them at any time.
Alright, I'm going to write out a chord chart. Oh, I see. There's my note on the other side. So, C. C. What's that? Oh, yeah. You can play A minor. Yeah. Play A minor. Oh. That's okay. That's alright.
Is it on? Hello?
Is it? Hang on. Okay. So, this is the verse.
The reason I know this works for ukulele is because in Adelaide I had the Adelaide Ukulele Guitar Orchestra join me on this song. And a lot of my songs do have some strange chords which are a bit hard for the ukulele, but this is one song that's nice and simple.
So it's C, C, F, B, C, C, F, B, and then this is the chorus. And we'll do that 4 times.
Okay.
Over.
Okay.
And on the third one I'll take a solo.
Okay.
Okay. 4. So what's your normal, how would you, what?
The strum pattern.
1, yeah, 2, 3, 4, right there. That's great. Yep, that's perfect. So that's
Alright, this is the world premiere performance. So this is the song I played before because these chords work for the ukulele. So this is a song that I wrote with Tim Finn. It's been done in various ways. I swear it's never been done this way, so this is cool. It's a song called...
Just put that there? Yep.
It's a song called Never Know Your Luck, so apologies if you have heard these words before.
1. two. A 1, 2, 3.
I see it in your eyes. Tired of all the words about to hear. You're tired of smiling, I can't disguise the pain. Each day it feels the same. And I know that you've been hurting since your life has come unstuck. But one thing is for certain, that you never know your luck. That you never know your luck. 'Cause you came on my day like any other day, and it read a new way. Life can only be about just getting by. I know you want to try, and I know that you've been hurting since your life has come unstuck. One thing is for certain, that you never know your luck. That you never know your luck. Great time. Does anyone else want to come up and have a jam? She might take requests. You never know. No.
Oh. Wow. That was amazing. Woo. That's okay.
I might leave you just with one last short song. It seems fitting to do it in a library. I love libraries. It makes me realise I don't come to them often enough. They're so quiet and contemplative and air-conditioned. Very nice. This song is about needing quiet, and maybe I should find it sometime in libraries. It's a song about wanting a quiet day in a busy world. Hello, can anybody tell me how I love with my full heart, not think about the day you might say goodbye? 'Cause I don't wanna look too far to the future, but it scares me not to leave it up to me. That is why I hope it's okay for me to just be now. I just need to have a quiet